Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dechuan. I'm a local realtor here in the city of Flint. New realtor actually, and I'm just documenting my journey. So I've right now I am just kind of rethinking things. So I've been following a lot of advice from different realtors who are actually established, different sales tactics, and I'm not really finding it to work. So I did a video where I tried to script and I got a preview appointment, but I got stood up on that appointment. So I'm just finding that it's not working. And also I don't feel comfortable doing it. You know, like it's one thing to call people you don't know. It's a whole nother thing to call people you don't know and want something from them. And I think they pick up on that. So I think I'm going to change my whole strategy with this. Not necessarily going in as an aggressive sales agent or trying to trick them or trap them. And maybe somebody might find those words offensive. And not to say that that's what you're trying to do, or even that's what I intended on trying to do, but more so maybe they feel that way, right? So I've been largely dealing with for sale by owners, and the guard is up, and so I don't want to approach it that way. I want to approach it from a aspect of trying to help them, and whatever happens happens, and more so establish a relationship, establish a connection. So even if they still continue to sell their property on their own, at least I've provided some value to them. And
Dad, can you do this little challenge? It's very little.
I'm doing something right now. No, I am doing
But
something
wait,
right now.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad.
Okay.
Right now, please.
No.
Why do you have the camera on?
Yep. So you're recorded and you're recorded right now.
No!
So I'm doing something, guys. All right, close the door.
Hey, a beat a do.
Okay. Oh.
We love to eat it.
All right.
It's a
Okay. All right. Close the door. Well, so yeah, so so that just happened. Yeah, so I'm just gonna change my whole strategy and try to help people, like legit try to help people, not say, oh, I need to be a realtor so I can really help you, but just help people and see how that works. And I actually have a story where it kind of worked out that way. I was reaching out to a FISBO, and he was just kind of turned off, but I kept reaching back out to him, and for whatever reason, he kept answering his phone. And so this is probably bad on my part. I'll just tell you guys. So I changed my script, and then I tried to approach it with this new script, and he kind of called me on it. He was like, "Hey, didn't I talk to you before?" And so I'm like, "Oh crap." So someone was coming to see his property, and he was like, "Hey, can you just give me a call back in like 30 minutes or something?" So we hung up, and I'm like, "Oh man, I just really botched that. I didn't think he would have remembered me, but he did." And so when I called him back, I just apologized and I said, "Hey, I'm not even going to try to sell you on anything or try to be your listing agent. I just want to try to help you out." So he said, okay. And so we talked for a little bit. I told him some things that I thought about his property. Turns out this property, my in-laws, my in-law sister owns the property right next door. So I've actually seen that, at least the outside of this property. And so we were able to chat and then form a relationship based upon that. So he knew the previous the previous owners of that property, which was my in-laws' parents. So they owned it. So like he has this whole huge history. We have this history and didn't even know it. Now, granted, this won't happen with everyone I talk to, but it was just different because I wasn't trying to sell them. So we talked about that. Then I was able to give him some insight. And I asked if I could come out to see the property, and he said, yeah. So I went out to see the property with my mother-in-law, who's also a realtor in Flint as well. So we both went out there and we had a nice little chat with him, and he had some questions about this wholesaler who reached out to him. He didn't know what it was. And he actually, that day that I went out to the appointment that I got stood up on, like 5 minutes before I was supposed to be there, he called me. He said, like, you said if I had any questions, just reach out to you. And so I'm reaching out to you. And so that, with me answering that question, I think that allowed him to be okay with me coming to see the property. And so we got there, we talked, and I assured him, like, this is what the process is. This is what this person is doing. They're wholesaling your property, like, are really the contract. And so, and I told him, if it doesn't work out, if it falls through, give me a call and we can go from there. And so he said, okay. So obviously it may work out with him and that wholesaler. But that was the furthest I got by far with anyone. I've had long conversations with other FISBOs who were they were okay with talking, but it never went anywhere. And so I think that's why I'm going to change my whole strategy and just focus on not trying to sell people, but help people, see if there's anything I can do for them. And not from the aspect of, oh, I see you got your property listed, is there anything I can do for you? But more so, like, not trying to get the listing, but rather establish the relationship. So we'll see how that works. It may work, it may not work, but nothing else is working. And I'm tired of it. Like, I didn't tell you guys this. I actually have another business that I own. And starting that business off, I remember trying to, again, the whole sales approach, and it just didn't work. And so I did a lot of free work. And after doing the free work, like, my name started to get out there a little bit. And then our business, kind of took off. But I remember my motivation when I first started that business was not, like, I wanted to make money, but the core part of it was wanting to help people. I feel like when you go from that route, when you truly go from that route, like, you can make it going the other way, but when you go from that route, it just works out, So again, that's where I'm at. So, again, if it works, it's God's plan. If it doesn't work, it's God's plan. My name is H1, local realtor here in Flint, newbie agent. Follow me on my journey. That's it.